What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about the Sandbox. Now, I want to be clear. Metaverse. I hate the concept of metaverse. I hate the idea of it. I hate the fact that we're going to be in a digital world, but it's a solid investment. And I'll show you the people involved in it. I'll show you the reasoning behind why I believe the Sandbox is one of the safest metaverse plays in the space and still got a huge amount of growth for price appreciation. Also, some massive news coming out of Japan that's going to open up the doors for more retail money coming into the markets. More retail money coming into the markets means more price appreciation long term. It's a great thing. So I'm going to talk about that as well. And if you're in the crypto space, which you probably are, then you're going to want to hear that. Before I get into it, though, you may be wondering why the hell you should listen to me. There's 1,000,001 crypto YouTube channels out there. So, fair question. These are the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel. First 26 coins I actually owned when I created the channel. Had you invested $100 into each of these coins when I released videos about them, and you were still holding all those cryptos, you've been the worst investor of all time because you never sold them. Remember, buy low, sell high. So doing everything wrong, you'd still be in profit for $7,000. But if you'd have done everything right, if you had sold those coins when they flew up last year, you could have been in profit for $123,000. It's a huge difference. Obviously, I sold these last year. I'm in a brand new set of coins. If you want to see the coins I'm in, you can come check. Go to read the site, copymycrypto.com. It's where I share my portfolio, every coin I buy, every coin I sell. My portfolio isn't bad so far. I'm looking to add to those coins that I've already got, as well as put in some new ones. Coins I think can do massive gains, like the ones that are in this spreadsheet, like Phantom. Phantom tops the list. I've done one Udemy course in my entire life, and it was on what I considered the best investment of the year, and it was Phantom. I said it was 100x. Obviously, it did way more than that. And I'm always looking for the next Phantom. When I find it, I won't do a Udemy course like last time. I will simply go onto the site and I will tell the members what I'm getting into, why I believe it can be a 100x coin. If you want to make that kind of gain, then you're going to want to read the site. And if you've never invested in anything, don't worry. A lot of the members have never invested in anything. We have step-by-step tutorials for beginners. So there is no barrier to entry to get in. So go read the site now. Okay, Sandbox. Currently priced at 74 cents. I think this has got a lot of room to run. It's got a market cap of 1.1 billion. I think it can do way more than that. So Sandbox, if you're unfamiliar, is a game based on being in a virtual world. So users can create, build, buy, and sell digital assets within the game. And by combining the DAO that they've got and NFTs, Sandbox has created a decentralized platform that is ideal for a gaming community. So their official white paper said that their main mission was to introduce blockchain tech in mainstream gaming successfully. And they're focused on facilitating a creative play-to-earn model, which allows users to be both creators and gamers simultaneously. And the Sandbox token fuels the ecosystem. It facilitates all the transactions on the game. Now, you've seen by the title that I think this has got a lot of room to run. And, $14 effectively a coin would put it at a market cap of 21 billion, which is obviously very high for a game. But I don't just think this is a game. This is going to change the way people live, or it's going to be the first incarnation or the first iteration of many things to come. Gaming is always growing. It's always one of the biggest growth sectors in the world. But the virtual world is coming. And I've spoken about this so many times. We're going to have people in office buildings having virtual meetings in a virtual office with someone that's probably 2 doors down on the corridor. It's a ridiculous scenario. Firstly, and guys, anyone listening, how do you actually feel about the metaverse? How does that feel as a concept to be part of a digital age where people are meeting digitally rather than when they're physically very close to each other in the same space. Do you like that as a concept? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious if I'm the anomaly, or if, I'm the norm. Let me know. And if you're a returning viewer, subscribe to the channel, please. We've been doing really well in getting the returning viewers to begin subscribing to the channel. We're still at about 75% of the people that view these videos are returning viewers, but never get round to subscribing. Please get round to subscribing. We've managed to bring that down from 80%. I'd love to get that down to 70%. So that'll be a great benefit to me and the channel if you could do that, please. So the reason that I'm saying this is going to change our lives is the virtual world is coming. This whole, we are going to have people meeting, especially companies that are working in different places. You're going to have people meeting in virtual cafes and virtual conferences. It's inevitable. We're going to have the way that we shop change. There's a reason that Gucci and Adidas have bought land on the Sandbox. That's because they're going to start selling their products as NFTs that can then be cashed in a store. And then when you cash your NFT in that you used, you can get your physical goods that you actually wanted. The way we shop is going to change. The way we live is going to change. The way people go to work, the way people work has already been changing over the past couple of years, and it's going to change more and more and more. The way people experience gigs is going to change. There's a reason that there's musicians jumping on opportunities within the Sandbox, and that's because they've got a chance to really start widening the way in which they earn. Snoop Dogg's obviously massive in NFTs, but you've got Deadmau5 as well, and then you've got actual, people like or creators of The Walking Dead, of Care Bears, of Smurfs. They're realizing that there's a massive need or a massive new way people can start enjoying content, and it's through a virtual world where you can start seeing live concerts, where you can start potentially seeing live sporting events. It's going to change the way we do everything. And the Sandbox to me isn't a game. It's the evolution of how everyone's lives are going to become. Well, not everyone's, but certainly a lot of people. Right now, this seems small, and comparatively to a lot of the games out there on your Xboxes or PS5s, this is small. But what it is it's the first step in the evolution of how our lives and world is going to be. And I think there's huge room for this to run, because fundamentally, I think over the course of the next few years, we're going to see massive, massive, massive companies, and there already are some big ones, obviously, with your Adidases and Gucci's, but we're going to see massive companies continue to join Sandbox, continue to set up digital stores on a virtual world so people can buy physical goods when they go and collect online or in the store. Everything is going to change. And Sandbox is one of the first ways it's going to change. Now, maybe this doesn't end up being the massive winner of all virtual worlds, and I'm sure at some point there will be one virtual world that the majority of people go to, and if you placing bets, it would probably be created by a Google or a Facebook or an Apple or something like that. But right now, Sandbox is probably one of the furthest along, and they're going to continue gaining really good exposure. And inevitably, when the next bull cycle starts kicking into gear, there's going to be even more big brands, even more big names talking about this, and they'll be talking about it even more as the markets run rampant once again. So it's an inevitability that we're going to see some serious growth in these markets. The question is, how high can it go? Because it could arguably go way higher than what I'm suggesting. But, again, you've seen bands, Avenged Sevenfold. You've got Hell's Kitchen as well, which is a TV show. They're really going to grow. And I do think it's the first evolution in a changing of the landscape for our lives. I hate the idea of it. I like talking to people. I like having a chat with someone, not chatting with them in a game, when you can chat to them in person. But I think that's the way we're going. And its all-time high was around $7.30 or $7.50. I think it can do $14. Honestly, I think this could genuinely end up being, possibly up to $70, really. Because when you look at it, that would be 100 billion market cap. But you'd be looking at if all the biggest companies around the world are starting to transition to Sandbox, you've got to bear in mind that it garners so much momentum the more people are talking about it in a bull cycle. And then you've got retail money coming in, then you've got institutional money coming in. I think it doesn't take much to really gain enough momentum to do something insane. But I'll go with a more conservative estimate of $14 per coin. But I don't know, the evolution of how we live is coming, and I hate it. But I think it's probably a sound and strong investment from my perspective. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like the video, and if you're a returning viewer, again, subscribe to the channel. Don't be one of those that forget to do it. Don't be that person. Remember to do it. And hit the bell notification, because my videos will make you money, and if you miss one of these videos, you miss the opportunity to make money. You don't want to do that. And guys, if you want to see the coins I own, go to copymycrypto.com. Go read that site. It's where I share every coin I own, every coin I buy, and every coin I sell. If you want to make these kind of profits, the 52x's, the 62, the 677, then you're going to want to go read the site. I spend my entire life researching coins and trying to find the best winners, and it saves you guys the hassle. You can literally copy along. Makes life as easy as possible. And everything's verifiable, because everything on the site is on the YouTube channel. So go read through the site. And last piece of news, guys, Japan. Japan have relaxed crypto rules by easing listings of tokens. The Crypto Association plans looser screening as soon as December. This move adds to signs that Japan seeks to revitalize the crypto sector. So they're actually looking at potentially burnishing the country's law for Binance and rival foreign digital asset exchanges. The body that governs the crypto exchanges plans to allow them to list coins without going through its lengthy screening process. Now, this bodes really, really well, fundamentally, for the overall markets, because you will have an entire country that is actually very pro-crypto, the individuals within, the actual citizens within the country, and now they've got the opportunity to invest because with a lot greater ease as a result of the greater ease of all those cryptos being able to be listed. And getting listed for cryptos sometimes is a pain in the neck. It goes through, it can take months. The screening process for the sector is massive. And if they can reduce the screening process for cryptos, they can potentially reduce the screening process for individuals that want to get involved in crypto sector. And the net worth of an entire country having the opportunity to get in on the entire sector could bring billions to the market. And that can only be a good sign long term. Yeah, of course, people will short, there'll be a proportion of people that short the markets, but fundamentally long term, more money in the sector means more price appreciation, and that is only ever a good thing for us investors. So great news. And that is it from me, folks. Oh, and I saw Liz Truss resigned. It's funny. Anyway, that's it from me. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.